Hey everyone, today in this video we're going to be talking about Ankr and the Ankr token. And before we dive in, if you find this content enjoyable, entertaining, educational, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. So as you can see on the daily chart, we are kind of creating this little bull flag here. You can see like here's your staff, and then here's your kind of your pole rather, and here's your pennant. Um, And unfortunately, Bitcoin went down pretty hard. I mean, hard relative. It was like 3%. And Anchor did not have a good reaction. Right now, we're currently down 9.4%. And we have fallen through two levels of support. This, upward trend line that a lot of these daily candles were respecting with their bottom wicks. Um, and then we also fell through our Fibonacci 236 level at 0.072. Um, so definitely not the best sign in the world. Hopefully, what can happen tomorrow is that we have a decent positive day. We have some buying pressure, and that can get us back over this Fibonacci level and potentially back inside this wedge. We can get back inside this wedge and then break and claim the support line here, get above that, test it as support, potentially bounce back. So if we have something like this and we bounce through, come back out, come back down, test the support, then maybe we can start trending up to the upside. Again, a lot of this is dependent on Bitcoin's price action. Um, so once Bitcoin eventually finds its bottom, then I think Anchor is in a good spot to build up and continue its growth that has been performing and doing for the past 6 to 8 months. But let me show you something I found with the RSI on a more macro level here. All right, so we're looking at the weekly chart now, and I have the RSI pulled up here, and you can see when Anchor topped out in March, you can see that the relative strength index had this extremely overbought. It was basically topping out at 97, um, which is almost fully overbought in terms of uh, the mathematics. And now where we're currently at, you can see we're down here below 50%, and we haven't been at these levels in terms of relative strength since looks like May of 2020. So it's been over over a year, well over a year since we've been down in these relative strength levels. But I have these vertical lines here kind of mapped out at these other lows before we grew to higher to new highs. And I just want to show you what the growth potential is from these low RSI numbers. So from uh, March 20th, which was like the Corona dump, the Bitcoin dump, the crypto dump, you see that from here up to the local high, the RSI high, we had a 1,000, what looks like a 1,100% gain. And that's just from there. And then from from the low of the 28th of December to the most recent all-time high, we had a price gain of 2,400%, 2,450 to be precise. That was the high. That was the wick. So if you can only imagine what that would mean, like let's just say this may not be our bottom in terms of RSI, but if we go any bit lower, the lowest we can potentially go is, I mean, I'm not going to put a number on it, but the lowest we can, I would be surprised if we go this low. If we go back to our all-time low in terms of the RSI, well, all-time dip low. But like, look at the drop off from the local high here to its bottom. That was a negative 40% essentially drop off. And then from the most recent all-time high to the bottom that we are at now, we're at a minus 51%. We're at a negative 51% drop off. This is the largest relative strength decrease we've seen in this currency. So there's definitely more potential for this thing to grow than there is to drop. Like, that's not to say that it's not going to continue going down by a little bit um, for the next month or so, but the potential for this thing to grow back up is so much higher. Now, if we, do some extrapolation here and say we grow, let's just say, we saw that from here to here was about 1,200%. From here to here was about 2,400%. Let's just say we go from here to back up here again in the future. What would that be another 1,500%? That would be, what is that, a 10, almost like a 15x on the current price of 7 cents. That would be somewhere in the realm of, what, like 10x would be 70 cents, so 15x would be around $1.10, something like that. It'd be in that range, $1.10, $1.05. So I know that sentiment is negative, especially on this coin since it hit Coinbase, but I really do think that we're in a good spot. I mean, we really haven't dropped off that much from the, like, if you're looking at this from a logarithmic standpoint, which is what we have this on, this decrease isn't that bad. It really isn't. Um, and we're holding pretty well. We're still on we still have our green support line here, and we have this white support line right below it. And our RSI is at the lowest it's been in well over a year. So I think that this coin is grounding itself, it's finding support, it's consolidating, and the potential for this thing to break $1 is solid. I'm not saying it's going to happen anytime soon. It could take a year, it could take 2 years, but when it does start to go, I think it's going to go. I really do. Um, there's just a lot going for this coin right now, and what I'm seeing here on the charts is very positive. So yeah, just keep an eye out on Ankr, keep an eye out on this RSI, keep an eye out on the price action, and stay tuned. And I will give you more updates as they come. Thank you.